Imagine the intricate workings of a living cell. At its heart lies DNA, a long, winding molecule holding the instructions for life itself. Unlike a digital computer, DNA does not come with an operating system like Windows or macOS. There's no master software layer orchestrating every action. Yet, if we pause to see the cell as a biological information system, we discover fascinating parallels between the world of biology and the world of technology. First, let's unravel the difference between DNA and a computer's operating system. In a computer, the operating system acts as a central controller, allocating memory, managing resources, and ensuring that programs run smoothly. It's a dynamic piece of software that runs on hardware, interpreting code and responding to user commands. DNA, by contrast, is fundamentally passive. It is a stable, physical archive of genetic information, a library encoded with the four-letter alphabet of life: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine, organized into genes. DNA doesn't execute instructions in real time, nor does it run like software. Instead, it waits, holding its information until the cell's machinery calls upon it. So, if there's no true operating system in biology, what keeps the cellular world in order? The answer lies in the cell's regulatory networks and molecular machines, systems that, together, mimic many of the functions we'd attribute to an operating system. Consider regulatory genes. These sequences don't simply code for proteins, they act as master switches, turning other genes on or off at precise moments. In this role, they resemble a resource manager in a computer system, determining which biological programs should run and when. Without these regulators, the cell would descend into chaos, with genes expressing at random and the delicate balance of life disrupted. Next, let's look at how genetic information is processed. When a gene is needed, the cell copies its DNA sequence into a molecule called RNA, a process known as transcription. This RNA then travels to the ribosome, a molecular machine that reads the RNA's code and assembles proteins accordingly. Think of the ribosome as the computer's central processing unit, or CPU. It translates raw instructions into action, building the proteins that carry out nearly every task in the cell, from metabolism to movement to replication. The cell itself is a marvel of integration, combining the functions of hardware and software in a seamless dance. Every process, every reaction, every adaptation is coordinated within this living ecosystem. Proteins, enzymes, and hormones, encoded by genes, act as the software applications. Each performing precise roles, signals within and between cells serve as communication protocols, ensuring that the right instructions are delivered at the right time. Let's draw some direct comparisons. DNA is akin to a computer's hard drive, storing the vast library of life's code. The sequence of ATGC in DNA is comparable to machine code in a computer, defining the fundamental instructions for existence. The ribosome serves as the processor, executing the code by building proteins. Regulatory genes and cellular signaling mechanisms act as the biological equivalent of an operating system, managing resources and coordinating responses. In conclusion, while DNA lacks an operating system in the digital sense, the living cell embodies something even more remarkable: a complex, decentralized system guided by molecular interactions and signals. This biological operating system is not found in any single piece of code or molecule, but emerges from the interplay of genes, regulatory elements, and cellular machinery. It's a symphony of information and action, proof that in both technology and biology, the management of information is the foundation of all complexity.